The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this...
We are nearly ready.
Well, guys, a fantastic start to the year for Che. He's already garnering All-Star votes. I spoke with him, and he was surprised to see his name up there on the leaderboard with so many other greats. Humble as always. Guys?
Great stuff there, DA. Thank you. Truth is, Greg, Che's not the only one who's surprised.
I'll admit, I didn't think he'd get to this level this fast, but there's no denying that he's a huge difference maker for this team.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Richardson. And for the Nets, Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Allen is out there with Jordan. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Well, one trend is the fact that the big fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from three, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball and pushing it. But I would really just say pace and shot selection, the evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot so many threes now just allows for different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game has evolved in the NBA.
More possessions, all of it. You're right.
Yeah.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them. GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Outside, KD. And the Nets, another three.
Look, what are you supposed to do against Durant? There's not much you can do.
Simmons finds Embiid. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
It's almost strange to see a player with Durant's height have that much speed on the drive. It gets him to the rim with ease.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jared Allen. The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Allen.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Now the pass to LeVert. Three-pointer. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable score.
And he makes the first. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
To the paint and stolen by Prince. Passes it to Dinwiddie. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Pass to LeVert. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Richardson. Six to shoot. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. We have a month of NBA action in the books. Let's now take a moment to look at the Rookie of the Year race. Always exciting to see the new blood making their presence felt. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Yeah, nobody has made a bigger splash than he has in the early part of this season. He's already living up to his potential.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for him. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. He's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
Shoots it. And the 76ers tack on two more.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Dinwiddie with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Toronto. Durant kicks to Prince. 6 on the shot clock. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. To the middle and stolen by Prince. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. And that one drops. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing them.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Oh, yeah, they certainly found something along the perimeter. Just an onslaught of three-point bombs.
Horford kicks to Simmons. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 10-point lead. The pass to Prince. There's the dish to KD. And stolen by Richardson. And now the 76ers on the break. Takes a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Raptors.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Now Dinwiddie, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Durant finds LeVert.
2 fouls and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Harris is checked in for Josh Richardson. Dinwiddie against Simmons. Pulls up. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Dinwiddie's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
Snatched away. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from outside. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Just the way Durant can move with the ball is jaw-dropping. There's no denying him when he wants to go at you.
DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Here's Dinwiddie, and he banks in the layup. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is a shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Mutombo. Oh, come on, let's
I bet.
Go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get off shot blockers.
Inside, Chandler, and Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Dinwiddie attacking, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with it. Group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. Kevin Durant's checked in for Rodions Kurucs, and it's LeVert in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
I'm not really sure I've ever seen a center who could play bully ball in the paint, then step out and hit the 3, then give you the handles in the mix like Joel Embiid. I mean, him and Boogie Cousins are really the only 2 that come to mind.
Durant and Prince make up the forwards. LeVert out there with Harris, and it's Allen in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Down low. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 22 points for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And even though Embiid has that deep range, he prefers to throw his weight around inside.
And he should, Kevin. And at times, the lack of spacing has forced him to step outside. I mean, he's as gifted as you can get on that block. I mean, you got to get him the ball down there with space to work. His three-point game, it's heating up. That's his second three of the quarter, third overall.
Here's Horford. It's tipped. Now here's Durant. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. Harris kicks to LeVert. Pass to Durant. Clock at 6. Again, the Nets for 2.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Beyond the arc. Great D that time from Durant.
And he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. He hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Allen passes to LeVert. Pass to Durant. Nets passing it around. Latrey. Prince trying to free himself up. And KD the bucket on the assist from Harris.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Shot to stop the run. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. 4th, DeAndre Jordan.
The work this twosome has done on the boards over that period cannot be overlooked. They've both been big factors. Yeah, the defender all over it.
The 76ers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with number 4 whoever jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through the road tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
Right wing from past the arc. And it's Durant with the rebound. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Dishes to Horford. Over Prince. Rebounded by the Nets. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Pass to Harris. Back to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. 76ers ball. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. LeVert with a wide-open look. And the Nets miss again.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Richardson. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Back to Durant. And finished off by KD.
On the loose, Durant's been spectacular tonight, showing off the full arsenal.
To the middle. That one doesn't drop. Prince with the defensive effort. Top of the key. Durant, no good.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
Allen dishes to KD. And finished off by KD.
And every step of Durant on the drive covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with the dunk.
The 76ers trail by 16. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jared Allen. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Finished off the break. 30 points in the game.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Harris, bounce pass. Now here's LeVert. He's covered closely. The three. They get it back. A nice shot by KD. KD's got 30 points.
He's not playing around. I mean, he hit the ground running the first quarter, and he's only turned it up in the second.
Horford finds Simmons. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive glass. Embiid, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
Simmons against Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Prince trying to free himself up, and it's Karis LeVert with the three. LeVert's got 18 points in the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Prince, the pass to Allen. Back to Prince. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Something you just don't appreciate enough. It's the efficiency of Kevin Durant. 7 straight years now of him shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, it's incredible given how many shots he takes.
That's good from Durant. And KD, not just an elite scorer, Chris, as you said, but an efficient elite scorer.
Yeah, Kevin, you look at everyone else in the league scoring 30-plus a night, and they aren't shooting over 50% from the floor. That is just one of the many things that make KD a generational talent on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan comes in for Jared Allen. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. Embiid comes with a double team. Dinwiddie against Harris. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Nets lead by 19. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a play that only superstars make. I mean, Durant comes up with the swipe on one end and gets the finish on the other.
To stop the run, LeVert grabs the miss.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Kicks to Embiid. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Horford. And he lays it straight in. Horford's got his first 2 points.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Prince outside. The pass to Jordan. To the paint. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never...
With 1 on the clock. Not going to go that time. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Brooklyn ahead, opening up a huge gap. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Well, Che, great start to the season for you, and there's been a lot of talk about you making it to All-Star Weekend. Is that one of your goals?
You know, it's always a personal goal of mine, but I try not to think about, things like that during the season. I'm focusing on what the team needs, and if I happen to make the All-Star game, that's an added bonus.
Well, I don't believe you, but good luck in the second half and have fun at the weekend, guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Oh, you're so right, Greg. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons. To the inside, Embiid trying to break loose. That one falls. He's got 34.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
With the shot, and again, it's Philadelphia.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Dinwiddie finds Durant. It's LeVert on the wing. Stolen away. Now the dish to Embiid. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 20.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Who's got Simmons? And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Jordan. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Richardson outside. And it's sent back by Allen. And here's the break. Three-pointer, LeVert. The shot that time, not on target. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Dinwiddie kicks to KD. They double-team KD. Horford with the rebound.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Outside Jordan. Dinwiddie against Simmons. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
For Brooklyn, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That's good from Durant. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Ron Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
76ers moving the ball around and finished off by Horford.
With a huge frame and outstanding wingspan, there's no surprise to see Horford throw it down.
Simmons against Dinwiddie. He dishes it to KD. True on the 14-footer. KD's got 38 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Timeout called the 76ers. We've seen Kevin Durant really have a great game.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at shoots. And too long on the shot. Nets leading by 18. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Inside and stolen by Harris. An even 3-on-3 break. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Passes to Karuch. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Pass to Simmons to the inside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Dinwiddie, left side. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only really strong.
And the shot goes in. He has 38 in the game.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Prince, right side, goes back up. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 4th rebound in this one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The feed to Dinwiddie. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Number 35. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Friday, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks coming into town.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule. Yeah, not a lot of success for them from three-point range here in the second half.
Pulls up on the wing. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Karuch passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Chandler. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Chandler's got his second bucket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside. And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Josh Richardson's checked in for Philadelphia. And Rodions Kurucs picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. 1:19 left in the third. Got that one up quick. 43 points in the game. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
For the three, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 22. Here's Harris. He's got 9. Pass to Chandler. Prince outside. And the pass to Kurucs. Clock at 6. And the free throw drops for LeVert.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Here's Richardson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Richardson's got 8 points.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Knocked away. And here's LeVert. He's got 19. Lets it go from 14. That one's not going to go. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Wilson Chandler. Karis LeVert is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Kurucs in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Here's LeVert. Jordan finds Chandler. Here's LeVert, defended by Scott. That 3 off the mark.
After a monster first half from three-point range, I mean, things have dried up for him here in the second.
That bucket in no time at all. He has 45 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
From 20 feet out. Rebounded by the Nets. Kurucs has got 4 rebounds in this game. Rebound by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Passes it to LeVert. Back to Harris. Right side, Jordan. The baseline, Jay. That one doesn't go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Kicks it to Richardson. To the middle. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. LeVert from outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And, yep, another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Harris with it. Pass to LeVert. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple.
He logs his first three of the second half. After nailing two in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. The 76ers also with a sub. Al Horford is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. KD against Harris. Down low, here's Karuch. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year one, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot, and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. And a miss there on the triple.
Look, the more threes he misses, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Basket counts.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
The 76ers trail by 21. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
You know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You got to let me say that. And if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
Pass to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. They double him with Horford. Nobody near Allen. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Takes the three. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Durant kicks to Jordan. Karuch passes to Allen. Wants to get it to KD and does.
Oh, skill, length, time. Durant, he's special in all those categories. He can dominate on both ends.
At the line for your Nets, Kevin Durant. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. And so he hits both. The 76ers trail by 18. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And the first one drops.
76ers. Number 35. Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Nets leading by 16. Dinwiddie kicks to KD. Allen outside, and there's the pass to LeVert. Back to Allen, and it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 7th. Now Simmons. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Hey, Jay, they want you to do some press tonight.
All right, no problem.
Great.
Tough loss tonight, Jay. How do you regroup after one like this?
You know, hate to lose. Hate it. But I don't get too high or too low about it. The way I play, we're going to be in it every night. So, on to the next.
I'd like to get to know the off-court Jay a little bit.
Word.
So, what do you like to do when you're not playing basketball? Do you have any hobbies?
Let's see. I like dogs. I mean, I love dogs. I got a German Shepherd and a Rottweiler, and I'm actually hoping to adopt a Burmese Mountain Dog in the off-season.
Those are some pretty big dogs. You got room for all of them?
Hey, you know how we do, Ted. I got a whole wing for each dog, so that's not a problem at all. The more the merrier. I'll just get another wing.
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi, the pleasure's all mine. Excited to stay in the Che business.